Hello guys, it's a cold Tuesday morning and today we are starting the video for my long-term review. We will start with the exterior and go all the way to the interior. I will show you the engine, I will show you the oil, how it looks after around 5,000 kilometers, and we will talk more about problems, investments and other stuff that you will find interesting. So, exactly today, on the 7th of November 2018, I received my Dacia Duster. This is one of the first pictures I took of the car. As you can see, it didn't have these fender flares or these protections on the doors. So 5 years later, and after 125,000 kilometers, this is how my Duster looks on the exterior. The paint has some minor and deep scratches. This one here on the rear bumper was made last year. I had some problems in a deep snow situation and my rear bumper was torn apart and taken out all the way here. As you can see, here we have some cracks. This side does not fit well on this side, and overall the rear bumper had some serious damage, but we managed to put it in place, and ever since that day it's working okay. The rear sensors are working okay. I also have some scratches here. The cap is was lost a long time ago. I didn't want to buy another one. We also have some scratches on this side, on the fender flare. Some of you may know that this fender flare got a serious hit from another car around 3 years ago. I have serious scratches on the side here. All the side of the Duster, at least the right side, has serious scratches from the off-road driving, and overall everything is normal in my opinion. As you can see, we have deep scratches on the mirrors, on the side mirrors, on the fenders here, and the worst looking part is the front bumper by far. This part of the bumper was replaced when I installed the front bumper, and it looks horrible, of course, but I'm okay with that. This is how the skid plate looks like after 4 years of hard use. Going on this side, there are of course lots and lots of scratches, and the most important one is right here on the hood. We have some rust under the paint because here my hood was bent, and I don't even know how, and I didn't give it much thought on repairing this dent. Overall, the front grille looks okay. These lights were installed about 2.5 years ago. They look okay. Honestly, I don't use it very much, but it does give the Duster a special look, and with the LED bar on top it's even better. This is how the original rims are after 5 years. Serious scratches here. They have some sort of plastic polish on top that is not that scratch resistant. Anyway, on this side I have this mud flap that resisted and is also resisting. Only now I see that tire hits it when the wheel is turned. This is how the brake disc looks like. I think I didn't change it in 5 years. Only the brake pads were replaced back in August 2021. Other problems, here we have a deep hole, deep scratches on the left side mirror, on the left rear door. Of course, we have these scratches on the roof, bars. These roof bars, at least for my Duster, are only aesthetical. I didn't use it, not even once. These protections should have been used on all the doors, because they look rather okay after 5 years. And enough about the exterior. Right now let me show you some rust points on the car. Some of you may know, on my previous reviews I had this problem with the paint because the sealant is too stiff. It should be more elastic. Of course, on the other side is the same story. Even more problematic, because here we have reached the metal surface and it's starting to rust. I am hoping that the third generation Dacia Duster will have different sealing system and we won't have this problem. Of course, the front doors have the same problem. This part is too stiff and is scratching this part, and we have, of course, some rust points. And to make things worse, I made a mistake when choosing to get these wires from the battery inside, because now I have some rust points on the driver's door. Of course, these ones were here from around 2 years ago. These ones are made by my mistake. Besides these problems with the sealant, everything looks rather okay on the exterior. The car will need some heavy polishing, or why not some wrapping, but overall I think it's looking rather good, considering all the places this Duster went in a 5-year period. Right now let me show you the engine and see how the engine sounds when running. So this is how the engine looks like. If you may recall, I've washed it about a year ago. This is the cooling liquid. I think it's below the minimum. I will have to add some more. These are the bolts and the supports for the engine lowering kit that is necessary when you are installing custom shock absorbers that have some lift on it. Overall, everything is in perfect condition. I should get it washed sometime soon. And what's even more important, this is the original battery that came with the car. As you can see, Renault Nissan. It works very well. All the lightning and the winch is not a problem for this 5-year-old battery. Here we have the switch panel for the remote in the interior. If the future Duster owner will want to add other electrical devices or lights, he could easily use this switch panel. Let me show you how the engine oil looks like. Yes, the level is okay. It's not that black. Overall, I think it looks rather okay for 5,000 kilometers. Right now I'm going to start the engine. You know, there is a hissing sound that comes from the left side of the engine. It might be a bearing or something like this. I will get it checked soon. Apart from that strange sound, the engine seems to be making a nice sound. I could say it's working great and nothing has changed in the last 5 years. After the engine is turned off, there is a sound that keeps on going for around 40 seconds. Some Duster owners find it annoying, but you can rest assured because there is no problem with the car and the sound is very normal. This is how the hood looks like. Yes, somehow I managed to get some dirt all the way up here, but overall my car looks okay and works perfectly. That's it with the exterior, guys. That's it with the engine. It's time to lift up the Duster. This is the back side. On the back suspension, everything looks and works very well. There is no problem. With this lift we got it checked out, and for the back part we have absolutely no part that needs to be replaced. There are some rust signs, but overall everything is normal. As you can see, there are no joints that have some problems. The shaft that is delivering the power to the rear differential works okay. Only problem, this is the AdBlue skid plate and it's made out of plastic, but still looks okay. Right here we have the EGR shield, the EGR skid plate. It has no more paint on it, but still protects everything very well. Here we have a plate that was custom made. Again, it is protecting well those wires on that area. The most important part, the aluminium skid plate bought 4 years ago, still looks fine, everything looks well. And the biggest problem for my Duster is this area that I'm showing you right now, that has all the paint gone from it and some rust points. It should be taken down and repainted because it is an important part of the chassis. Here we have the engine rubber buffer, the one underneath. It seems to be working okay, but I am experiencing some noise when I quick release the clutch pedal. Overall the suspension looks okay, but the biggest problems, we have some loose parts on the wheels. It might be the bearing. In fact, it is definitely the bearings that should be replaced. Also, there are some heads for the steering column that also needs to be replaced. We also checked the back side, the back wheel bearings, and there is no problem over there. Overall, the Duster looks okay underneath, in my opinion. That's it for the video, guys. The video is already too long and I will split it out into 2 parts. This is the end of the first part. If you have other questions regarding the exterior, the engine, or the parts underneath the Duster, feel free to write me in the comment section and we will talk about the interior, the functioning problems and the replacements in my next video. Thank you for watching, thank you for supporting me, and take care.